Hey, welcome Broken World Entertainment. And just when things couldn't get worse for Disney, the unthinkable has happened, as Jonathan Majors has been found guilty in his court case.
Boy, that escalated quickly. That really got out of hand fast.
And not just that, but Disney have already moved to remove him from the Kang dynasty and moving forward in Marvel, which should be no surprise. What is surprising is how long it's taken them, because Johnny Depp only got accused and they dropped him like a hot snot. Jonathan Majors was going to trial and everything over this, and they were like, we'll wait to see what happens. Well, it happened, and they couldn't drop him quick enough. So we'll have a look at this. So Marvel star Jonathan Majors found guilty of harassment, third-degree reckless assault in the DV case. So, in what is likely to be the final blow in the would-be conqueror's multiverse machinations, a New York jury has officially found Marvel star Jonathan Majors guilty of both reckless assaulting and harassing his now ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari this past March. Per The Hollywood Reporter, the six-person council of Majors' peers reached the decision in the actor's criminal trial on the afternoon of December 18th, having deliberated for just 4 hours across a span of 3 days. Originally charged with 3 counts of assault in the third degree, aggravated harassment in the second degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the third degree, and harassment in the second degree, in relation to the supposed altercation between him and Jabari, Majors was ultimately found guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and harassment. Meanwhile, he was found not guilty on the specific charges of intentional assault in the third degree and aggravated harassment in the second degree. In the wake of their victory, one of Jabari's lawyers, Ross Kramer, issued a statement in the media declaring, "We are gratified to see justice served by today's guilty verdict." And then we jump to this part that says Marvel Studios officially cut Jonathan Majors following guilty verdict in domestic assault case, renaming Avengers the Kang Dynasty to Avengers 5. Ooh. And it says, and just like that, Jonathan Majors' time as the big bad of the Marvel Cinematic Universe comes to an end, as following his being found guilty of assaulting and harassing his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari, Disney has officially said that the Ant-Man and the Wasp and Loki star will no longer have a place at the House of Mouse. And again, none of this should come as a surprise, especially after the text messages. The text messages are the ones that really did them in. Of course, there was that video that was released, and everyone was like, oh, that's a big win for Jonathan Majors. I never looked at it as a win. That's why I never did a video on it. If you look at it carefully, it's basically him picking her up, trying to throw her back in the car. You cannot see then properly what's happening there. But when he walks off, and that moment when she comes running up to him, she clearly looks like she's trying to grab either his phone or maybe it's her phone, but the phone that's in his hand she's trying to grab. He pushes her and then he takes off, and she chases. Of course she's probably going to chase, especially if it's her phone or something, but that's not the case of she's chasing him because she's the crazy one. You just look at his text messages and then the audio recording of him as well, talking about how he's a great man and he's destined to change things for his culture and all this crap. So it's no surprise the fact that his lawyers put out one of the messages where it was trying to convince her not to go to the hospital months ago, thinking that was going to be a big win. Every single one of us looked at that and went, how did they think that was a good idea to put that message out? Right there and then, that's where you fire them lawyers. That's like, wow, why would you think that was a win? They constantly said how they had video footage that proves his innocence and the charges would be dropped imminently. Well, that never happened. Charges were never dropped. And if that video of him doing the run on the street is what they were talking about, that's not exactly the win they were expecting, was it? especially with them messages of him talking about self-deleting and all that stuff. But there you go, folks. Jonathan Majors officially found guilty. We don't know what that means in terms of, will he have a suspended sentence? Will he just have to pay a fine? Could he do a few months or a year in prison? We don't know. None of that information has come out yet. But as of now, his career is definitely over because Marvel have just officially dropped him. And with that, I will leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.